Hello, Captain Brian here. Another video. I've always wanted to get a tote for when I do start taking honey, and definitely this year I'll be taking honey. And I looked at them, and probably a lot of you have looked at them, and they're very, very expensive. So I decided to see if I could make one myself. And I came up with this. Went to Home Depot. None of this, no one's sponsored. I don't have any sponsors or anything like this. This is just for everyone in my situation that doesn't want to spend, over $100 for a tote or whatever they are. They're like 100 and something, between $100 and $200, some of them. So I went and got this thing. It's made by Plano, Sportsman's Trunk, 56 quart capacity. Bring it in close. I know there's some reflection. And this was the perfect measurements and everything. It's really good quality plastic. The latches latch really good. This part here, quarter inch, or I'm sorry, three quarter inch in here. It really seals good around the edges. And it holds 9 frames. And all I did was build 2 brackets on the outside that can be removed. And it holds the frames in there, really nice and solid. Obviously, deeps and mediums fit, no problem. And the brackets I made out of ¾ by 1.5 inches. And you can trace out the top of the trunk so they fit in there flush. Now what I did is that I laid the wood on top of the trunk and I traced around the inside edge, which you're going to say, hey, that's bigger than what's inside the trunk. It is, by 1/4 inch. So once you have it traced, you will then come in 1/4 inch and retrace when you cut it out. I used a jigsaw. All right. And the finished product that you'll need in the measurements from the main edge here to here is going to be 13¼ inches. The base is 10 inches. Now this is a little bit shorter, about by 1/8, but no more than 10 inches on the base because it does narrow at the bottom and you want it to sit in there straight. The verticals in between the brackets is 8 inches. Okay, and it doesn't have to be exact, but don't make it more than 8 inches. And that is so you can, when the frames sit on top, the lid will close all the way and seal. Okay, so this final length will be 13, the verticals 8 inches, the base 10 inches. And like I said, if you fudge 1/8 inch or so, it's not going to hurt you. Now you're wondering probably, well, why did I make it where, why didn't I just put something into that stayed in there permanently? The reason I didn't is because this is going to do double duty. I could take everything out, and if any of you use eco wood or any other kind of sealant for your hives, you could put about 3 inches deep eco wood in here, and it does hold a deep box very nicely all the way. So you'd be able to soak your deep box here 10 seconds, about 10 seconds, 10, 15 seconds on each side of it. And then when you're done, you can rinse this out, wash it out. And it's eco wood, so you're not having any harsh chemicals in there. And then you can do double duty for when you go harvest your honey. You can have it in here. And this seals right up tight, really nice. Clips in. So if you put your honey in your warm room to warm it up before you extract it, you can know that it's sealed and nothing's going to get to it. When you're done, if you have honey or frames with honeycomb on it and you need to store them and you want to keep them away from the wax moths, it's going to fit in here and be nice and tight. The price, $17.98. Yeah, $17.98 at Home Depot for this. The whole thing, I had scrap wood, as you can tell, it's a little messy. I do a lot of projects, so I keep scrap wood. So I would say you could buy, just go get a 6-foot length of 3/4 by 1.5 inches. I think it'd be probably around $4 to $5. So to build this, you're looking at less than $25. And this tote will do whatever those other totes do when for the main things that we want it to do, carrying the frames and storing the frames. Again, this is going to do double duty for when I build my more boxes, and I'm going to use eco wood to seal them. But like I said, less than $25, and you got yourself a nice tote. It's a really good quality. Again, that was at Home Depot. I would imagine Lowe's has them as well. And once again, it is made by Planko. Sportsman trunk, 56 quart capacity. All right. Well, happy beekeeping, and let's have a great season this year.